Welcome ma'am, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Sumalatha enna Malayaligal innum ee enna nadiye kurichu orkkumbol aadyam manasil varunathu I have to say your character played by you in the movie Thuvana Thumbigal, Clara. They still remember you as Clara. ഇപ്പോഴും ആ ക്ലാര എന്ന കഥാപാത്രത്തിന് ആദ്യം മനസ്സിൽ ഓടി വരുന്നത് സുമലത എന്ന് ഓർക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ. So how was it playing the role of Clara in the movie Thuvana Thumbigal?
See, before Thuvana Thumbigal, I had acted in a lot of films. So I never expected this particular character to make such an impact because I had done a lot of films and plenty of them were big hits. Those days. To be frank, Thuvana Thumbigal was not a commercial success when it was released. But later on, after I quit films, after I got married and I was still getting a lot of fan mail from my fans in Kerala and the Malayalis who are living in places like the UAE and America and everywhere abroad, wherever I went, they used to come up to me and mention this one particular film. Frankly, I have no idea why it has created such an impact.
And I would love to say that still there are youngsters who keep watching that movie and they admire you so much, and that especially that Clara, that character, it still haunts your fans. So did you, while accepting that role, ma'am angane vicharichittundo ee oru character
actually I was a bit scared when I took up that character. The reason I did the film was I wanted to work with Mr. Padmarajan. I had admired a lot of films, plenty of films I had seen of his, but this particular character at that time I felt was a bit bold and a bit very controversial. Bold. Some people in fact did advise me not to do that role. Because just then my film New Delhi had released and it was a super hit at that time. So they thought that this type of character would be a negative step for me at that time. But somehow some instinct made me do the film, I think.
But you were doubtful before accepting the role?
Doubtful not about the way he would execute it, doubtful about how the audience would see me in such a role at that time.
So people still see you as Clara. I don't know why I'm emphasizing more on this role, but it's a fact. It's so famous among Malayalis still this date.
I feel it's a very different role. I don't think a role like that had been created for a woman in those times. Particularly, so maybe that is why. On the other hand, it was a bit ahead of its time. So commercially, it didn't do as well as we hoped it might. But I think later, when it was released on the DVD and the satellite and the TV, that is the time people started noticing the film. That's what I feel.
Ma'am, അഭിനയിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്ന കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ എല്ലാവരുടെയും മനസ്സിൽ വളരെയധികം സുന്ദരിയായി എപ്പോഴും എല്ലാവരും ഓർത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു നടിയാണ്. ഇന്നും ഹൗ ഡു യു മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ദിസ് ഇപ്പോഴും അതേ സൗന്ദര്യത്തോടുകൂടി നിലനിൽക്കുന്നതിൻ്റെ രഹസ്യം? പ്ലീസ് ടെൽ us the secret of your beauty.
I don't know. I think it's just in the eyes of the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. If somebody likes me, then they feel I look beautiful. I don't look myself in the mirror, look at myself and think that I'm so beautiful or anything like that. I feel I'm okay.
Thuvana Thumbigal enna chitrathil Jayakrishna enna character, our beloved actor Mohanlal, how was it acting with the great superstar?
That was not the first time I had acted with Mohanlal. When I first met Mohanlal, he was not the great superstar. He was actually a newcomer. When I first met him, it was for a movie called Thenum Vayambum. In that, actually, he had played a small role. In that, that was the first time I had seen Mohanlal. At that time, he was a bit quite chubby, and the thing that strikes you about Mohanlal, I think, is when you're working with him, And when he's doing a particular shot, or when he's saying his lines as a dialogue, you don't feel that he's acting at all. So sometimes, you know, when I'm saying something and then I think that he's not reacting. So you know, it's like I'm feeling, why isn't he reacting, or why is he talking so casually, you know? But that when you see it on the screen, you're like stunned, because he looks so natural that you look like you're overacting. He has that kind of a talent, a very rare talent, I think, to be so natural in front of a camera. I think that is his specialty, his USP.
ഈ തൂവാനത്തുമ്പികൾ എന്ന ചിത്രത്തിൽ ജയകൃഷ്ണൻ എന്ന ക്യാരക്ടർ, ക്ലാര എന്ന ക്യാരക്ടറിനെ കാണുമ്പോഴൊക്കെ മഴ പെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇറ്റ് ഓൾവേസ് റെയിൻസ്. അത് ആ ഒരു സിനിമയുടെ ഒരു ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്കായി തന്നെ മാറി. കാരണം ആ സിനിമ ഇന്ന് ഓർക്കുന്നവരും ഓർക്കുന്നൊരു കാര്യമാണ്. ആ സിനിമയെക്കുറിച്ച് ഓർക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ ആദ്യം മനസ്സിൽ വരുന്ന കാര്യമാണ് ജയകൃഷ്ണനും ക്ലാരയും കാണുമ്പോൾ മഴ പെയ്യുന്നു എന്നുള്ള ഒരു വസ്തുത. അപ്പോൾ മാമിൻ്റെ റിയൽ ലൈഫിൽ യു ഓൾസോ ഹാവ് എ വെരി ഒരു ലവ് മാരേജ് ആയിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഇറ്റ്സ് എ വെരി when this thing, like, I would like to relate it with your love story. Definitely, weather used to rain when you used to meet Ambarish sir, or was there thunders?
I don't think so. But that was the very romantic quality of Padmarajan's vision, I think. There's only one director I know apart from him, who's Gulzar, who creates a beautiful poetry when he's making a love story. But Tuvanathumbigal, you can't even call it a love story. It's a kind of a dream which this person has, and it's kind of between reality and hallucination, because he sees her before he meets her actually in his thoughts. So it is a very mystical, you have to really get into that to understand the psyche of the film, I think.
ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ മാം ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത് ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ ക്യാരക്ടേഴ്സ് ആണ്. ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ ക്യാരക്ടേഴ്സിന് ഇത്രയധികം തന്മയത്വത്തോടു കൂടി I don't know if any, I mean, of course lots of other actors have also done, but your characters are still living in our hearts. Was it ഒരു അറിഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് അങ്ങനത്തെ ക്യാരക്ടേഴ്സ് സെലക്ട് ചെയ്തതാണോ? യു ബീങ് വെരി സെലക്റ്റീവ്, or it was just a coincidence?
I think it was a coincidence, plus when one film clicks, like in New Delhi, my character was you know, a Christian character, so that film clicked. And then even Tuvanathumbigal, not because of New Delhi, but that was again, so I think people kind of identified me maybe, and even the filmmakers.
And character name, characters are പേര് വരെ എല്ലാവരും ഇപ്പോൾ ഓർത്തിരിക്കുന്നു. ഇസബെല്ല, ഡെയ്സി, ക്ലാര എല്ലാം വളരെ,
it was I don't know why really. not knowingly it just happened.
പിന്നെ മാം ഇപ്പോൾ സിനിമയിലേക്ക്, ഇപ്പോൾ മലയാളം സിനിമയിലേക്കാണെങ്കിലും if you are coming back, തിരിച്ചു വരും, of course we all wish that you come back soon. വരാണെങ്കിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ആക്ടറിൻ്റെ കൂടെ അഭിനയിക്കാൻ you are still longing. ആ ഒരു ആക്ടറിൻ്റെ കൂടെ എനിക്ക് ഇനിയും അഭിനയിക്കണം, എനിക്ക് ഇനിയും I want to share the screen with him or her, അങ്ങനെ ആരെങ്കിലും കുറിച്ച് മാമിൻ്റെ മനസ്സിലുണ്ടോ?
In Malayalam?
In Malayalam.
I think I worked with everybody at that period. So
ആരുടെ കൂടെയാണ് ഇനിയും വർക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ? of course എല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ടാവും, എന്നാലും ഒരു your comfort factor ആരുടെ കൂടെയാണ് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ?
I don't know. Right now, I don't know, because I have not been in touch. But I would say Mammootty, because I have done so many films with him. I would be most comfortable working with him, I think.
മമ്മൂട്ടിയുടെ കൂടെ അഭിനയിച്ചതിൽ ഏറ്റവും ഇഷ്ടം, ഇപ്പോഴും ഓർത്തിരിക്കുന്ന സിനിമ ഒരെണ്ണം ഏതെങ്കിലും പറയാമോ?
It has to be New Delhi.
മാമിൻ്റെ ചൈൽഡ്ഹുഡിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, ജനിച്ചത് ചെന്നൈയിലാണ്, പിന്നെ വളർന്നത് മുംബൈയിലാണ്, പിന്നെ ഹൈദരാബാദിലായിരുന്നു. ഹൈദരാബാദിൽ താമസിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് അവിടുത്തെ ബ്യൂട്ടി ക്വീൻ കോൺടെസ്റ്റിൽ യു ആർ ദ ബ്യൂട്ടി ക്വീൻ ഫ്രം ആന്ധ്ര. സോ എപ്പോഴാണ് സിനിമ, when did you decide, എപ്പോഴാണ് തീരുമാനിച്ചത് ഞാൻ സിനിമയിലേക്ക് വരാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എപ്പോഴാണ്?
I didn't decide that I had to come into films. That I think the decision, it just happened. I had just finished my 10th standard, and I was going for my intermediate, that is the first 11th. So at that period, when this happened, this beauty contest, that got a lot of publicity in the magazines, and a lot of film producers noticed that. And D. Ramanaidu is a very famous film producer in the south. So he is also from my hometown. So he came to me and approached me with a film offer. Even then, not everybody in my family was keen because I was doing very well in my studies and they wanted me to do, I think, IAS or IFS, one of the civil services. So they thought that this would distract me, which it definitely would. So then they said, okay, 10th, after the 10th, holidays, in the holidays anyway they are going to shoot. So one film you can do and then come back. And
first was a Telugu.
It was a Telugu film. But when I came to work in Chennai for that Telugu film, on the Muhurtam day itself, like there was 5 or 6 film offers. So there was no question of going back. The only reason I think I wanted to act in films was I wanted to meet Kamal Haasan. So I was a great fan of Kamal. I thought, let me meet Kamal Haasan, then I'll go back to my studies.
So then when did you finally got to meet him?
One of the films I signed in the beginning was with Kamal. We did a film together.
മാമിന് ചെയ്യാൻ ആഗ്രഹമുള്ള ഏതെങ്കിലും അവിടെ അതും കൂടെ എനിക്ക് ചെയ്യാം, അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു റോളും കൂടെ എനിക്ക് ചെയ്യണം എന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നു മലയാളത്തിൽ. അങ്ങനെ ഡു യു ഫീൽ എനി?
I don't know. I feel, see, more than my films, I enjoy others' films most of the time. So I've admired a lot of films which Shobana had acted in that period. Revati, Shobana, I think they had done some beautiful films, and I don't remember the names of the films, but that time maybe I might have felt, oh, I wish I had got, you know, this kind of role, like Manichitra, you know, those kind of roles. But the one reason I feel which is keeping me not from, you know, re-entering Malayalam films is I know that I have a special place in my fans' hearts because of fortunately some of the movies which I had done. So I want them to retain that image, not spoil it with doing some XYZ film, you know. It's better that lives on in their minds than do some film just for the sake of acting again.
അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ മാം ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന പോലത്തെ ഒരു ആപ്റ്റ് റോൾ മാമിനെ തേടി വരട്ടെ എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന്, സോ ദാറ്റ് വി ക്യാൻ സീ യു ഓൺ സ്ക്രീൻ. എന്നാലും ഞാൻ പറയണം, ഇപ്പോൾ വ്യൂവേഴ്സ് ബി സോ ഹാപ്പി. അവർ അത്രയധികം ആഗ്രഹിച്ചിരുന്നൊരു കാര്യമായിരിക്കും. കാരണം മാമിൻ്റെ ആ സിനിമ ആ ഒരു കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ അഭിനയിച്ചതിന് ശേഷം ദേ ഹാവ് നെവർ സീൻ യു ഓൺ സ്ക്രീൻ. വെരി ഐ ഡോണ്ട് ഈവൻ റെയർലി എന്നും പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല, ലൈക്ക് യു ഹവ് നോട്ട് കം ഓൺ സ്ക്രീൻ അറ്റ് ഓൾ. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഒരു മൊമെൻറ്റ് എല്ലാവരും എൻജോയ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് അവിടെ നിന്ന് കാണുന്നത്. വിൽ ബി സോ ഹാപ്പി. മാമിൻ്റെ വിശേഷങ്ങൾ ഇത്രയും നേരം ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാൻ സാധിച്ചു. ഞങ്ങളുടെ പ്രേക്ഷകർക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്ലീസ് സേ സംതിങ് to your fans.
I want to say thank you for giving me so much love and affection throughout all these years, and God bless.